What's up, y'all? Hope y'all are doing good. It feels good to be back on film again, man. I hope you guys are doing fantastic, because I am. I was gone for 2 months out doing some training for work and etc. But I am back once again. My hands are dirty, so I've been working. Today's video is just going to be kind of what's going on in Cam's world / update / all that good stuff. All right. By the way, for this video, I did do a poll on Instagram asking people what they wanted to see first, whether it was the tires being put on, intercooler, or if they wanted to see the intercooler turbo, or if they just kind of wanted a catch-up video. And the majority of votes actually said they wanted a catch-up video to kind of get spooled back up to what's going on, which I thought was interesting, but at the same time it was cool. So we're gonna do that today. So first things first, today I was working on the truck. I was doing the rear brakes on it. So a couple videos ago, I did the front brakes, and it was a nightmare. I mean, they gave me a fight until the very end of the wire, man. Everything was corroded, worn, seized, stuck. If you could think of something going wrong, it went wrong in that brake job video. But we still got it done. The front brakes are phenomenal now. So I was like, I had the rear set, all right? So I was like, tight, let me do the rears now. So I'm doing the rears, and I wasn't going to film it just because there's videos on YouTube showing how to change your rear brakes. I was kind of just going to do a little quick like summary, like, hey, we just finished installing the brakes video type thing, but it didn't work out like that. So first things first, got the tires off, took everything apart. I have the new drilled and slotted rotors, because I got drilled and slotted rotors from Detroit Axle, which I like their products, right? I've used them plenty of times before, worked awesome for the fronts and for my other truck. Grabbed the new rotors. I mounted the hub to the rotor. Everything was going Gucci. I had the reluctor ring on it, and there's no holes for the reluctor ring. So these rotors were useless. So then I was like, well, I got to go buy rotors. So I went to Napa. I drove 35 minutes south to go pick up some rotors from Napa because I wanted a certain type, and that was the only store that had it. So I got the rotors, came back, hooking and jabbing, putting the stuff back together. And then I'm messing with, I got it right here. I'll show you guys now. I'm messing with the brake caliper bracket because I'm about to put the new hardware on. This one, you can see how corroded it is, right? I took this one out. That one is seized in there, like seized bad. You can see here I got vice grips. I can't even spray PB Blaster in there. I put a 22mm wrench on there because it has the flats here. Couldn't turn this to save my life, so I'm like, man, all right, I'm gonna order new brackets, caliper brackets. Well, I went, called Napa, AutoZone, and O'Reilly's because that's the part stores we have out here. We don't have any Advanced Autos. Well, we do, but I think there's like 1 or 2 of them. Called all the part stores. None of them have rear caliper brackets, which I expect because that's not a common thing. You know, pads, rotors, that's common, but not the brackets, right? So I have to do it now, but I wanted to make this video before I got too far. So now we have to order the brackets, have them drop shipped to the store, and then pick them up. The soonest I can get the brackets in is tomorrow at 5 p.m., which kind of just shoots me in the foot. It delays everything because I had stuff scheduled for tomorrow and Friday, so now everything's kind of shifting to one side now, which kind of sucks, but hey man, it is what it is. Things happen. So yeah, so that's where we're at. So I guess I can show you guys what all's been going on. So the truck's here. Looks phenomenal, right? I didn't even touch this side yet. I legitimately spent my entire day working on, ooh, I just dropped out my foot, on my right side, left side. These are the rotors. I got them from Napa. So we come over here. By the way, this is a tool for separating dually tires. So if you ever have a stuck dually rim, I highly encourage you to purchase one of these boys right here. It took me, my tires were stuck, go figure. My tires were stuck. I was able to get the wheels separated in 2 minutes. So we got the old stuff here. Looks like shit, right? I mean, you had chunks of the pad for the e-brake. It was freaking crumbling apart. Like, this thing was, I don't even know how the brakes were working on this truck. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. But we got the new rotor installed, and I was starting to build up the brake pads. You can see the caliper right there hanging. We got the axle nut back in. So for your rears on the dualies, if you did not know, you have to pull the entire axle shaft out in order to pull off the entire assembly. When you pull it off, you're also gonna have to change your seal, your inner seal, because you're gonna blow the seal out when you pull it off. And there's 2 bearings in there, inboard, outboard. Pack them. I put a little grease on them, pack them, spin them, tighten it, all that stuff. So all this built back up. Legitimately just need to put the bracket back on, but there's no way in hell I'm putting that bracket that's with the C's guide pin. I'm not putting that on. I don't even know how to. I don't even think the brakes were working in the rear because that thing, it was stuck. Legitimately was stuck. So she's kind of in a weird position right now. She's pretty much gonna sit like this. At the minimum, I'll probably start working on. I'm not gonna touch this side. I'll work on this side tomorrow morning. But yeah, that's where we're at with the truck though. But she does look beautiful. I washed her yesterday. It rained, like either it rained or it was a ton of condensation, but the vehicle was wet this morning, but she still looked good. Being gone for 2 months, the batteries were dead because I let it sit in the parking lot at my job. Batteries were dead for like dead. So I took them off, charged them, fired up. She ran like a dime, drove her back home. Everything was good. So where are we at? And then we got the SS over there, the Impala, in all its gloriness. That's my daily now. So these are the pads. Everything here is good. It's just, man, it was just super disappointing that I couldn't get the brakes done today. Legitimately cannot control stuff. You know what I'm saying? Just stuff. This is the axle shaft. So like I was saying, bada boom, axle shaft. Okay. So let me see me. So where are we at with the channel? What's going on? What do we have coming up? And I know I told you guys a while ago we have a lot of stuff coming up, and we really do. I'm like super backed up right now, y'all. Y'all don't understand. I have a lot of videos to make, a lot of stuff to do. Good thing is times change, so now it doesn't get dark till about 8 o'clock, 8:30. And it's warmer now, so it's nicer to work outside. So that's good to know. So what all we got to do? Oh, also, so another thing too was I had this elaborate plan, and you guys know, like Mike Tyson says, everybody got a plan until they get punched in the face or punched in the mouth, and that's exactly, figuratively, that is exactly what happened today. So my plan was, I was like, all right, Cam, we're gonna wake up, we're gonna put the brakes on, do the brake job, probably finish around 2 o'clock. We're gonna drop the truck off at Firestone so we can get the 35s mounted. When I get the truck back, I'm gonna make a video and talk about everything going on with 35s mounted and all that stuff. Nah, bruh, that wasn't in the plan today. So again, we have 35s that need to get mounted. Now these are 35s that will mount to the stock 17s just to get rid of the tiny stock tires. Still gotta do that. Over here, and these came in while I was gone, but we have a 75 millimeter Smedin. Is it 75? S475. So we have an S475 Smedin T6 turbo. All right. So this is going to combine with this, and if you don't know what this is the 64 millimeter PGT Ryan's diesel service turbo that I have here. This has the billet wheel for the 64 mil, but I opted for the cast wheel on the S475 just because at the end of the day, man, it's still gonna work. You know, the weight difference between a cast and a billet wheel is different, you know, but hey, maybe we'll see. Because on my last truck, I had a 478 with the billet wheel, and I mean, that thing was a ripper, which I think this is going to be just as good too. So the only thing we need left is the piping kit, which we're going to be getting from Black Market Performance. They're going to be sending out the piping kit. So once we get the piping kit in, or piping kit / mounting kit, you know what I mean, we're going to get that, we're going to mount it up, and then go from there. Probably going to put the 64 mil on first. Put that on first and ride that, and then when the piping kit comes in, then we'll slap the compound on, add a turbo kit. This right here is the rotor I was telling you about. So if you're not familiar with it, I already put it back on the truck, but there's supposed to be like 4 screw holes drilled in here, right? And what you have is this, like, it's called a reluctor ring, but you basically put your reluctor ring here once you mount the hub or the rotor to the hub. This one doesn't have it. It legitimately doesn't. And I went and so you can see where I installed the bolts. So I put these bolts in, I torqued them. By the way, it's not fun torquing these to 124 foot-pounds when you have nothing to like grab it on, unless you have a vise, which I don't. So I did that, and then I came to find out it didn't have the holes, and that's when I had to figure out I needed to go buy rotors for that. So I'm done with that. I'm done with that. I'm done talking about that. All right, over here, what are we mounting the turbos to? So the family over at Steed Speed sent out a 3rd gen style Steed Speed manifold. Beautiful. We got the Steed Speed t-shirt, hardware, right? Got a sticker. I waited about, I want to say about 3, almost 4 months for this, but it was worth it. So we got that there. That's going to mount to that. And then over here, once again from MDC Diesel, my boy Mac, by the way, you guys, for the turbo, I will have a discount code down below. But if you did not know, code Everything Diesel will save you $75 on a drop-in turbo or a 2nd gen turbo swap kit. They do have turbos for your 6.7. They have turbos for Ford Power Stroke or Power Stroke, Duramax, Cummins. That currently in the 4th gen dually, I have the Smedin S369 3rd gen style turbo, which I love, which I will be selling once I completely remove it because it only has like 5,000 miles on it. Back to this. So we're going to be running that with the turbo back there behind me. Over here from MDC Diesel, once again, we have, I'm doing this with one hand, y'all. Bear with me. We have, y'all ready? Y'all ready? Whoosh. We got a Smedin Diesel intercooler. And this thing is massive. 3.5 inch inlet outlet tubes or ports here, right? So this thing is a solid, it is a beast. Let me get my measuring tape for y'all real quick, just so I can kind of put that into reference, right? So we are looking at about, okay, work with me. Doing one hand, sorry guys. We're looking at about a solid 5 inches of core thickness. That's beefy. That's beefy as hell. So we're going to be putting this on. So we also have this to put on. So we have a lot of stuff. And I have more stuff I need to put on too. I just don't have... it's a lot, man. It's a lot, 100%. So we got a lot of stuff going on, you guys. And I still have the Carli ball joints that I'm probably going to do when I do my U-joints. Just because you're already taking out the front axles. So we have a lot of stuff. We have a lot of stuff to do. I'm not going to say it in a short amount of time because it comes as it comes. But I had to get you guys a video, had to catch you up, get you all spooled up, let you know what's going on and whatnot. But yeah, this is where we're at. Oh yeah, last time I think the last video I made for y'all was when I put the Android radio inside the truck. That radio was badass. But long story short, I had to take the radio out. I sent it back because I couldn't get the AC controls to work. Everything else worked perfect. It was awesome. The audio even sounded better than the current stock head unit. And I had to send it back. And the reason being is because I knew I was going to be out of town for business for 2 months. I knew I was going to be gone for 2 months. I bought it on Amazon, and on Amazon it had a 30-day return policy, so I could return it within 30 days to get my refund. That radio is a $900 radio. I don't want to be in the conundrum where I'm basically out $900 because they weren't able to figure out how to get it to work with the AC unit, and now I just got this radio sitting here, and I can't do nothing with it. So I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna send it back now. That way I don't have to worry about the down the road. If I can't return it and they can't fix it, I'm stuck with this piece of shit radio. So I did that, put the stock radio back in. It's all buttoned back up. It still works good. Down the road we'll get back to it. I'll put another Android one in there. I already got one that I picked out that I want to put on there. But yeah, so a lot of stuff, you guys. Truck's doing good, for obviously minus the brake job thing. I was not expecting the brake job to go the way it went, but hey, that's life. That's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta take the hooks and jabs and keep pushing through it. And you know, it's no biggie. But I mean, y'all don't understand. When I said that them brakes were giving me a fight, I thought the front brakes were bad. Them rear brakes it was real bad. It wasn't messing around, man. It was no joke. So we're gonna get it figured out. We're gonna get it taken care of. I'm not tripping. I'm not worried about it. It's just a matter of time at this point. and it kind of sucks that the brackets won't be here till 5 p.m. tomorrow. So, I mean, it is what it is. So, yeah, you guys, until next time, though. If you got questions, comments, all that stuff, drop it down below. I want to hear it. I haven't heard from you guys in a long time. I know it's been a while since I put a video out, but your boy's back now. So let me hear what y'all got to say. Drop a comment if you had the experience where you went out to do a job that takes a set amount of time and ends up taking 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. Because I've definitely been in that situation multiple times. So until next time, y'all take care, be safe, peace out. I miss all you guys. I'm happy to see you guys back. Drop those comments down below, smash that like button, and until next time, you guys take care, peace out, and I'll see y'all later.